All right, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. I am back from Amsterdam. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I know some of you are interested in seeing the vlogs for Amsterdam, but they will not be on this channel. They will be on my other channel, Sitting in a Tree. In the future, sometime in the future. We are not even ready to start editing yet. So those will be out in the future. So if you're interested in that, and if you're interested in any of my vacation vlogs and stuff like that, you will find them over on that channel. So if you're not subscribed, it would be a pleasure if you will be a part of that family over there as well. If you're real fam already know, because real fam, they on both of the channels, you know. So if you would like to be a part of that movement, we will greatly appreciate your support. All right, so in this video though, what I want to talk about is one of the lessons I learned in Amsterdam. I try to have a takeaway every vacation. I try to make observations. I try to learn something. I try to grow. This is what I learned from that vacation. Okay, here we go. When we got there, we got to our hotel, which was the Kimpton, Amsterdam. DeWitt to somebody, but it was a nice hotel. So we got there and we got our room immediately upon getting there. We didn't have to wait. Room was ready. It was on the 6th floor, which was their top floor, and you know, the highest level floor that hotel went. And we got to our room and we walked in, and I really liked the vibes. I liked the aesthetics. I liked the decor. The room looked nice and clean. It smelled nice and fresh. I really enjoyed the room. It was beautiful. So for those of you who know that usually European hotels are not the biggest of things. They're pretty small, on the small side. So here's our room. What I like those, look at these cute little gold accents. And look at the cups, baby. Look at the cups.
It's in plastic cups.
No, they're like nice, quaint teacups. And then look at the little tea tin. And we got the Nespresso maker and the tea machine. And so this is like storage. Oh, and there's an umbrella, babe. Okay, and there's a little refrigerator with some stuff in it. Oh, he's so happy for Nahim. And look, there's a yoga mat.
Stay fit over here.
And look, so a nice little landing spot that you can place little things. I just like the gold, the color gold.
Throwing out your gold.
Yeah, the little shoe bench place. Look at the full selfie mirror.
Then got a little cabinet here.
Yeah, a little drawer. And then you have like the little workspace so you can do your work. Right here. A TV. Some more drawers. Look, they have some coffee table books here. Another little mirror. Oh, look at the glasses. Y'all, this place comes with complimentary wine hour every day between 4 and 5. And we also have breakfasts include it. Yay. Look at this cute chair. And then this cute little table. We really don't have a view, which is a little sad. Can you imagine if we had a view? You know what I mean? Yeah, so this is cute. That's cute. And look at the bathroom door. All right. Okay. Nice.
Like it.
It'll work. Only thing that I would have liked was a view. Was a better view. Because our view was literally like the steeple of a roof. There was no view. So therefore there wasn't a whole lot of sunlight getting into the room either. But the room felt cozy. The feng shui felt good. The energy felt good and all of that. But me being me, I was like, okay, this is cute, but let's go ask for more. And so we went back down to the desk and we asked if it was possible if we could get a room with a view, right? And so she was saying, okay, so she called and she says, there's a room, it's not ready yet, so it still needed to be finished being clean. And she says, but we can go and look at it and see if we would prefer that room. So we went to go look at the room. And immediately, the room didn't feel as cute, like the aesthetics. Like, for instance, the wood was all hardwood floor, whereas the other one was hardwood floor, but it also had a carpet. I really realized I like carpet in the bedroom situation, because, I don't know, it just feels, I don't know, it just felt better. I don't know if it tied the room together more. It felt cozier. I mean, we wear our slippers anyway, so it's not even a matter of walking barefoot on the floor, but it just felt better, right? Whereas our all wood floor, to me, it seems to collect more dust and debris and dirt visually, that you can visually see. And so anyways, the other room did have more of a view, like we could see the street, so it had more light. The view of the street wasn't like the best view, simply because it was doing a little bit of construction. She was saying that it's gonna have more sound because of the street, but we was like, hey, at least we can check the vibe, we can see what's happening on the street, we get more sunlight, because we feel like we are sun-dwelling people. All right, guys, we did it. Jay don't think we did it, but we did. He thinks we're running late, but we're leaving this room. This is the room. That's the towel. This is the window. I don't know if y'all seen any of this. I don't know if we showed them any of this, babe. Yeah. I got a whole story.
If we would have got to the airport right now, would have been.
So yeah, we was feeling like we are sun-dwelling people. We want the sun. And so we chose to move rooms, even though I was kind of like, like the energy didn't feel as good, but I felt at the time like the sunlight was a better choice. Being able to look out the window and see what's happening on the street was a better choice. So we switched rooms. In the switching of the rooms, we had to wait for that room to be finished. So we waited maybe about an hour, which wasn't bad. It wasn't bad simply because the hotel had great infused waters, and we were drinking waters because we were just coming off of our plane, so we were a little dehydrated. They also had a social hour that started at like 4 p.m. so we was able to sit there and drink wine and all of that, and our luggage was already in the room, so we was good on that front. So then we got into our room, and that was that. Now, through the days of living in that room, I really realized that I preferred the first room better. And we realized that all of that bright sunlight really wasn't necessary, because the times that we were in the room was either going to be like early morning. We really wasn't in the room during the daylight, or it was at night. And because of the street and the other buildings facing us, we definitely had to close our blinds to change and stuff like that. Whereas we was like, if we were in that other room, because it was just a steeple, we could have left the windows open that whole time. Like, we was on the top floor, we was on a roof, there was a steeple, there wasn't nothing to look into our room, so we could have had nice, beautiful, diffused light coming into that room, because that light was bright, y'all, especially like in the morning, or if you was trying to take a nap during the day. So we realized that the light wasn't really an enhancement. Plus, I had to request for them to sweep the floors and stuff. Hoover the floor. She was like, you mean Hoover? Like, yes, please Hoover the floors. And the floors they just felt like they had this layer of dust, even though it really wasn't. It was just that it was a dark wood floor, and that's just the way they present, right? So at the end of the day, this is what I learned. This is the great takeaway. The universe knows who you are. The universe knows what you prefer. The universe knows the best for you, right? And I learned to go with that knowing, to go with the knowing that the universe is the best concierge ever. Like, if you can have a personal assistant, if you can have a concierge that just knows all your preferences and just knows everything that you like, but not only knows what you like, but can also foresee the future, the thing that you don't even have access to, the universe makes the best decisions on your behalf, for your behalf. Wait, on your behalf, for your behalf. Does that make sense? I don't know. I like the way it sounds. And so I learned to trust God even more, to trust the universe even more in knowing what's best for me, because I already trained it in what I like. Would a better view have been great? Absolutely. But guess what? That hotel wasn't equipped with a better view. So the room we got had the best view that it had. However, the universe knew that the view wasn't necessary, and it really did give us the best room that was available to us at that time. And I second guessed it, put my own 2 cents in, and got a room that for me wasn't as pleasurable. And even the sink in that room would stop up, and we had to I don't know, like you had to like lift the stopper and kind of lean it to the side so that it wouldn't fall in and stop the sink up when you was running the water. So it's like that the first room that was given to us was the best room. And I'm gonna walk in that knowing that when I make reservations, that when I book things, whether it's rental cars, whether it's hotels, whether it's planes, whether it's whatever it is I'm booking, that I am being given the best that facility has to offer in that moment, because I have trained the universe to know exactly what I like, what brings me joy, what makes me smile, and I know I'm going to get the best quality everywhere I go, each and every time, and I don't have to second guess that. I don't have to micromanage that. And I love knowing that the universe is the best concierge ever. That's what it is. That is what it is. That is what it is. And that is the great takeaway that I learned in this Amsterdam experience. Just to go with it and know that I'm being given the best that anything, any place has to offer to me, that's available to me, that's available at that time. Not to say that that room was the best room they had, but that was the best room that was available at that time. And I love that I get to line up with all of that so that even my timing produces the best results. And it has always been that way. Guys, there was one time where me and my girlfriends took a flight on Spirit Airlines. And this was back when there was a shooting in the airport. I have a whole video because of course I was vlogging, so I'm gonna put that link here. But we were on the plane, and our plane landed at the same time that the shooting went down, so close in time that they let us off the plane because there hadn't been an order at that time to stop letting people off the planes. Like, as soon as we got off the plane, the other planes were not even allowed to let their people off. Those people sat on their planes, and then they shut the airport down. But for some reason, as me and my friends were walking through the airport, things were shutting down behind us, not in front of us. Like the message hadn't been received in front of us, right? So we was walking in perfect rhythm to get everything we needed. And because I am budget life all the way, and I try to encourage my friends to be budget life with me, none of us had luggage. We all packed carry-ons because we weren't going to pay for luggage. And so therefore we didn't have to go to the baggage claim, which is where the shootout happened. So many people had lost their lives that day. And then we also had a rental car. And so we walked to the rental car place, and we walked. We didn't even take the ground transportation, which was shutting down. Like, everything was shutting down. So as we're walking, things were still open. When we got to the car rental place, the car rental people asked us, "How did you get over here?" And we're like, "We walked." And they're like, "What?" Because the airport was on lockdown, but we were oblivious to all that was going on because we had no idea. Corinne knew, because Corinne nosy, and I think she was air hustling, and people were crying. And I'm a mind my business kind of girl. So as people were crying, I was just like, I'm minding my business. But Corinne was like, let me find out, let me look. And so she was kind of hearing things and trying to tell us, but we weren't really listening because we weren't trying to hear all that, right? So we really didn't know what was going on. We were oblivious. We were blissfully ignorant, right? So when we got to the car rental place, they were shut down. But then the moment we got there, they were open back up. And then but nobody was there. Like, there were no people around. And so then the guy, he called to see if he could give us our car. And he was given a yes. He gave us our rental car, and then they shut down again. Right? In a matter of a sliver. We was in a window, like a small window of opportunity where they were shut down. Then they he seen us there. He got permission to give us a car, and then they were told to shut down again. It was told to go back on lockdown. So now we have our car, and we met some other friends at the airport, so they were able to get in the car with us. And because the airport was shut down, there was no traffic because they weren't letting people out of the airport and they weren't letting people in the airport. But for some reason, we got into this little sliver where they allowed us to leave the airport. But we were the only people with a rental car. We were the only people leaving. Other people who were on that flight with us, they were stuck at that airport for a good 5 to 6 hours before they were able to get out of the airport. I can't remember. I feel like we got there like around 1 p.m. And I believe that there were other people who were on that same flight who weren't able to leave the airports like around 10 p.m. Again, walking in this grace, walking knowing that even when you don't know, things are working out for you. Things are always working out for you. In perfect timing, in perfect alignment, and in protection. We walk under this umbrella of protection. We have a hedge of protection that forms around us. And I also want to say that even in that hedge of protection, some things that we as human beings can deem bad, they don't always have to be that. Like, I know a lot of times we think like death is like the worst punishment ever. Like when we say phrases, why do the good die young? Or why does that have to happen? They were a good person. As if to say death is like this punishment or this big bad thing. Yes, for us being left behind, it can feel that way because we're going to miss our loved ones dearly. But if we truly believe in what the Bible says, if we truly believe the word of God, then we know that death is victory. Death is a good thing. Death is a reward. We get to go to this better place, right? And become our full selves right here on this planet. As human beings, we are just an aspect of ourselves. We are not even our full selves, because a lot of times we take on so much baggage, we take on so much miseducation, misinformation, that we're not even walking in full integrity, in alignment with who we truly are. Children of God, aspects of God. We don't do that. But when we pass away, we get to fully integrate into all of that, you know? And so I'm just saying to say that when I say hedge of protection, it's not that I'm saying, oh, great, we missed death, or oh, great, somebody passed because they weren't, no, none of that is true. All I'm saying is what's for you is for you. And the absolute best experiences can be for you, even in death. That's kind of what I'm saying. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that was my great takeaway from Amsterdam. The fact that God knows what I like all the time, every time, without fail. And I get to walk in that trust, and I get to walk in that knowing, and I don't have to micromanage the process.